Proteins. So we talked about this even more. And here's why this is an issue. Because conventional dairy and meats and things like that, they're given medications, they're given hormones, they're given antibiotics, they're given vaccines, they're fed GMO-rich foods, right? They're sick all the time. They're just as bad as it gets. If you don't believe me, there's a ton of documentaries I go into. You can research it for yourself. But that very same thing. So if you're eating a sick, super toxic, hormone-imbalanced animal, what's that going to do to you? A lot more. And it's compounding. It's called bio-accumulation. Every pound of meat takes up like 16 pounds of food and whatever else went into that animal, especially for cows. So there's a monumental difference between organic grass-fed beef, which they eat grass, which is normal, and they're not given all those medications and everything else, versus conventional, USDA, whatever, type of beef. So is it worth the extra couple of dollars to be able to do that? If it's not, don't eat it. Just cut it out. Because this is super, super huge for you. And what this will do, it'll actually balance out your fatty acid levels. This is full of good fats that your body needs, good proteins, good B vitamins, good zinc, magnesium, a ton of great stuff when you're getting that in there on a regular basis. So saturated fat is not bad for you if you're getting it from the right source. And so that also comes down to poultry. You always want to make sure that it's free range. Fish, you always want to make sure that it's wild, not farm. Because when it's farm, it's like fake. And you don't know where it's coming from and the quality of that. Carbohydrates. This is another area too. What we want to be able to reduce and eliminate is the refined carbs. This is most of our processed foods. This is white breads and white rices and crackers and everything else along those lines. That's all refined carbs. We want to eliminate that completely. Because what that does is it just destroys the hormones in your body. It spikes your insulin up right away. It's full of sugar. And sugar is the enemy in so many different ways. The next thing you want to go and reduce significantly is the high glycemic carbs. These are like potatoes and other things that are really rich in that, because these ones also become sugar really, really fast. They break down extremely fast in your body. Moderate glycemic carbs, and you can look this up, there's a whole glycemic index. We want to reduce or eliminate these after lunch. So it's better to eat these things earlier in the morning, but as the day goes on, you're less likely to burn off that energy. And what is stored energy? It's fat. Exactly. So if you're eating this and you got a bunch of stored energy, sugar will kill you in your bloodstream. So what your body does is it moves it to fat and locks that in there. And that's a big reason why people have trouble losing weight, is because the body's always storing more fat, it's not burning it. And what we want to have the most of is low glycemic carbs. And these are good anytime, even before you go to bed. These are vegetables. Vegetables are always good for you. Okay? You take those, especially when they're raw, tons of nutrients, doesn't really spike your insulin at all. So this is what you want to do, more and less as you go down.